another episode of the Smugcast. On this week's show, you know what we're going to be talking about. So I'm Dan, and I'm here with three of my sons. Tonight we're Jordanless.
Nice.
He's taking a page out of the Democratic playbook and just staying home. He's curled up in a ball somewhere crying.
Probably.
Oh, what a fucking pussy.
So tonight we have Jeremy.
Hello.
We have Justin.
Hey there, guys.
Jared.
Why am I here?
Well, I know we're going to be talking politics, so you're probably not going to offer much, right?
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Don't worry, I got you penciled in for like one part of the conversation. So. Oh, and Justin forgot your word of the week.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'll look it up right now, actually.
Jesus.
And also with us tonight, we have a special guest, friend of the family, Sophia.
Hello.
I think this is a first in our podcast, first female voice we have,
First female voice and first guest appearance.
and first guest appearance.
Wow.
Officially.
Oh, thank you.
We've had a
It's
lot of people.
honor.
We've had a lot of people shout from back.
We've had people shouting from the back, but not an actual official guest.
Yeah.
So you better be good.
So you better be good.
The pressure is on.
Expectations.
What?
All right.
Alright, just gonna go right into it. Just gonna start right up.
No,
Jump
let's-
tree.
tell me about your week before we get into this. What happened this week? Anything? Anybody care?
This week I started reading 1984.
I had a band concert yesterday.
Oh, yes, and that was so exciting.
Why are you just reading 1984?
Yeah, you didn't read that in high school?
I never was made to read it in high school, but I figure I should probably get around to reading it at some point.
It's not
so
that
I
great.
decided to.
It's okay.
Didn't that book come out like 30 years ago?
It's
30,
old.
32.
More than that.
I've been actually listening to it on like audiobook.
Uh-huh.
And man, it is so gripping when someone's like speaking out all the parts. Like the dude is doing like voices for other characters and like
Yeah,
That's
that's why
what-
I love Audible. It always like
It's so
their
interest-
narrators are really good.
it really like grabs you and like holds you in and makes you pay attention.
What's the main character's name?
Winston?
Winston.
Winston. Doesn't he have an alien pop out of his chest?
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Honestly, like,
I'm
No,
pretty sure.
John Hurt, the actor, played Winston in a movie, and then he played in the movie Alien.
Which one was first, though?
I don't know. I think 1980. You know what? I don't know.
seeing stuff like is a lot better though sometimes than reading it. Like usually we have to read something for Shakespeare in English, which sucks. It's awful. But this year we're actually just watching Hamlet and not even reading the book. Like we have the book and it's just like for clarification on a part you might go read it, but we're just kind of watching the movie through and through. And it's
Yeah, but-
so much better than actually reading
Yeah,
it.
but I don't think
'Cause
the
it's-
Hamlet movie is very good.
No, it's really good.
Is it the one with Kenneth Branagh?
Yes.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. And like Robin Williams is in it.
Actually, yes. Yeah.
It's really good, and the actor who plays Hamlet is really good at portraying everything and like showing emotion. Like, watching a play is a lot better than reading a play.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
Shakespeare.
totally better.
Shakespeare is a tough read, yes, but you have to do it.
I always
Fucking
enjoyed
sucks.
reading them. Honestly, it was always a lot of fun.
Reading Julius Caesar, I wanted to get stabbed 27 times.
37.
80.
37 times.
Dude, brute.
By the way, I've read 1984 like 3 times.
Yeah, and it's a good book.
I've never
It's a
read
good
it.
book. I can't believe you never had to read it in
I
high
never
school.
had to read it in high school. No, it was between 1984 and Animal Farm, and Animal Farm was shorter, so I read that one.
You read Animal Farm in high school?
I read both
Yeah,
of those.
I read Animal Farm in high school.
I read that in 8th grade.
Yo,
well.
do you know what this word is?
No.
Perfect.
It's poop.
You guys get to see a little behind the scenes, or hear a little bit.
It's gotta be poop.
It's
gotta be poop.
Gotta be poop. Always poop. Really. Always have to do it.
Because
with
it's so fucking dirty.
butts.
And there's so much you can do with poop. It's
Well,
really versatile.
It's like man-made clay
Infinite
is what it is.
possibility. Infinite poopability.
It's flubber. It's
God. Puns.
I like my jokes. Back off me. Alright. Let's get into it.
All right, we're gonna get into it.
The
Oh,
election
God.
this week, or we had Donald Trump, a reality TV show star, voted into presidential
Hey,
office.
he's a businessman.
Hey,
first.
Reagan was a fucking movie star.
I do not want to live. This is just crazy.
It's an amazing time to be alive. I'm telling you that right now.
What
It's-
a time.
It's like a nightmare.
So now you have Donald Trump as president. You have Republican control of the Senate. You have Republican control of the House. He's going to be able to name one, at least one, maybe two, maybe three Supreme Court judges. We are fucked.
Yes.
Just completely fucked.
I am trying to maintain some optimism.
Very odd of you. Usually you're the
I know,
pessimist
but I
and
see so many.
cynicist.
I see so many people literally falling to pieces over this, and
Like
it's not healthy.
Like all the
I don't-
videos, like the day after, all the people just fucking crying.
Yeah,
Like tears upon
But if you think
tears.
about it, everything that's been done for the last 8 years is going to be gone. Obamacare is going to be gone. Dodd-Frank is going to be gone. Trump is going to start even more wars. He's going to kill more people than Obama did.
Why?
Who's he gonna start war
Who's he
with?
gonna start
That's
war
my
with?
question.
He's gonna go back and like try and fuck with ISIS. Because
Yeah.
every time someone's like, "How are you a role model?" He's like, "I'm gonna stop ISIS."
Yeah, he's going to
So is he gonna go back into Iran?
He's going to send our soldiers anywhere in the Middle East where there's ISIS.
Well,
And he's going to suck up to Russia. And he's going to fuck with NATO.
I think it's a little bit safer. Like his strategy with Russia is a little bit safer than what Clinton had been doing, where she was constantly blaming Russia for literally everything and creating a situation where if she were to have been president, there was no way to have like peaceful negotiations with them after all the shit she.
You can't have peaceful negotiations with Putin. You just can't.
You can make it so he doesn't like actively want to kill us all. Like you can try and.
Well, he's not looking to kill us all. He
Calm
just
the
wants to
beast.
destroy our economy and put our whole country into chaos.
Yeah.
Political and financial chaos.
Chaos.
He just wants us to slowly die on our own, not actually touch us.
Correct. And even he doesn't even care that much about not necessarily doing damage to us, but just that so we'll leave him alone. So he doesn't have to worry about us when he wants to march into Ukraine and take over Ukraine. And when he wants to march into other countries and take over other countries, he won't have to worry about us. That's what he wants.
You see all the people saying that it's like, "Congrats,
Speak up.
America! Congrats, America! You elected Hitler 2.0."
I think that's
yeah, Orange
a little
Hitler.
extreme.
oh, it's extremely
Extreme.
Totally rad.
Well, that's why, I mean, he might be a
Did you say it's
fascist.
radical?
He might be a fascist, and
Who was elected democratically?
who's elected well, Hitler was elected democratically,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
He was a good speaker.
I just feel people are all afraid about him, being an authoritarian, and he's going to be president for life and stuff like that. I just can't see that happening in this country. I can't see us letting something like that happen.
Even the most
I see him
right-wing
serving-
conservative will never
Oh, yeah,
let that
no.
happen.
I see him serving 4 years and getting voted out.
Wait, is that a genuine fear of people that he'll?
Yes.
That he'll destroy the democratic process. That's what they think.
There's a lot
Yes.
of bullshit fears
That's
that people
retarded.
have for Trump. The
Well-
one guy, I can't remember his name.
Like honestly, I'm pretty positive he's not gonna do anything because a lot of presidents don't do that much.
I was even hearing that the Republicans were like actively saying we're not gonna do anything with this guy because they're trying to denounce him from the Republican Party too.
They have control.
And I read that
Might as
on
well
a
use them.
Republican news source. I forget what it was called.
Yeah, they can still stop him from doing stuff though.
Because
If
they were
he's-
saying they don't even like the fucker. So
Yeah, but they want to control him, so they're going to pass all their own shit. They're going to do what the Congress is going to do what they want to do now. Like I said, get rid of Obamacare and
Yes.
cut all rich people's taxes.
Well, yeah, but that's not like him specifically. I feel like most of the things that he wants to do, he'll like bring it up,
He's gonna build a wall, man.
and Congress will be like, no, Oompa Loompa, stop it.
He's gonna build a wall. He's gonna borrow the money, and then eventually Mexico's gonna pay it back.
Right.
Yeah,
Obviously.
they're gonna pay us, so they just can't get here anymore.
That's right.
I don't think the wall will happen. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
the
Honestly,
wall's not gonna
you know
happen.
That's
what we
like
need
the fence that George W. Bush tried to make.
You know what we need?
You know, they decided you couldn't do it because there's rivers.
There's rivers.
There's shit in the way.
There's a
Yeah.
fucking
of the
ocean
wall.
there.
Mountains, rivers, things that will prevent a wall from being
full wall,
placed.
at least.
So
You know where we need a wall? Fucking Canada.
Fucking snow Mexico.
Oh
Right?
God, snow beaners.
Canucks.
Snow bean.
Sophia can say that she's Mexican.
This is true.
part
Not really.
Mexican.
Part?
And part Dominican as well.
Oh, part. Oh man,
black.
Dominican too.
Mexican, Dominican, and black, and also white.
Yeah, I'm a mutt.
Black.
Yeah, my mom's part black.
Really?
Yeah.
Get out of my house.
Don't make me start
Wait,
teasing.
I think I got. Your mother is black and Dominican, and your father is Mexican and white.
Yep.
All right, got it.
Wow.
I know. I actually remembered shit. It's weird.
Learning new things every day.
I mean, I was gonna say a joke, but no, never mind.
but nah, though.
So, I told everybody that Trump was gonna win. I told everyone months ago when all those polls were coming out, when they were putting Bernie Sanders head to head with Trump and Cruz and Rubio, and they were putting Hillary up head to head with Trump and Cruz and Rubio, and Hillary and Trump were either tied in polls or she was winning by like between 1% and 5%, whereas Bernie Sanders was winning between 13 and 17% against Trump.
I have another thing I want to bitch about to all the people complaining about the popular vote. Clinton only won the popular vote by like 100,000 votes. It is not a significant victory.
She still won though. That's
Yeah.
the point.
But just barely.
Doesn't matter. What if she would have won by one vote? That if you win by one vote, you win.
Yes, but the thing is.
No,
that
if
work-
you win by
that-
one
that
vote, you
applies
win.
to
It's not how-
every single state as well. If she had gotten 20,000 more to 60,000 more in any of the states, it would have flipped it. Like you can apply this everywhere. Like it doesn't.
No. Your situation is if she would have gotten more. Here, she did get more.
Yeah, but
She
only
won
by, like,
the
the
pop-
smallest margin.
Doesn't matter. She won the popular vote.
All I'm saying is this was a very, very close race.
Well, yes.
But it happens a lot where the popular
this
vote doesn't win the electoral
happens-
vote.
It's only happened a couple of times. A few
Yeah.
times. Yes. A few times only.
It happened before in our lifetime.
Yeah, we got screwed. That's when George Bush won.
Exactly. This happens.
We had to do a whole project in AP Gov about like past elections, and it happens a lot where the popular vote just doesn't win.
Well,
It
no,
does
'cause-
not happen a lot.
So,
It doesn't.
Semi-often.
No, not
well,
semi-often.
I'm just saying, like, there are people like Jordan who have this entire time been arguing for Hillary by talking about how we have to work in the establishment, work in the system that we have. But as soon as the system fails the people that are saying all this junk, they flip on their heads.
No. He's talking about working within the two-party system, not necessarily the electoral college. That's a totally separate thing that he's talking about.
He was talking about the system in
Two-party.
general.
Not talking about the electoral college. A lot of us have been saying for years that the electoral college is bullshit and we should get rid of it. For years. It's
Yeah,
just
I hate-
stupid.
I hate people who like just shit on third parties like Libertarian and Green Party. There's so many people at school and on Twitter that are just like, fuck you if you voted for Gary Johnson, or fuck you if you voted for anything that wasn't Hillary. It's like, let people vote for whatever the goddamn thing they believe in.
Yep.
They're like, stop trying to be edgy by voting for a libertarian.
Nobody
It's like,
believes
I'm
in
not being
Jill
fucking.
Stein.
I-
Nobody believes in Jill
I
Stein.
literally
It was
saw-
just a different choice.
But it's like,
That's all.
they're like, stop trying to be edgy by voting for a libertarian. It's like, maybe they just like him better than fucking the other two.
Here, the problem was low turnout for the Democrats.
And 11,000 for Harambe.
I think
Same.
I think it might have
Yeah.
been,
Jesus.
it might have been the Democrats'
Dicks out.
own
I know,
fault
right?
with that Huffington Post article that was posted like the day of the election, where it said that Hillary Clinton was going to win by like a landslide. Like she had a 99% chance of victory.
There was a couple articles written like in August saying that there wasn't even a horse race, that she was gonna
win.
win.
As soon as you say that kind
But
of thing, people
no,
are like, oh, it's a shoe-in. It's a shoe-in. It's fine.
No, people didn't come out to vote because they just didn't like their choices. But if you look at the numbers, it's like the
Poor.
lowest overall turnout in like 20 years. Trump got 1 million less votes than Mitt Romney did.
Yeah.
Hillary got like 5 million less votes than Obama did.
Yeah.
And then I read just before we started that in Detroit, like 190,000 less people voted in Detroit than they did the last time, and she lost Michigan by like 90,000. And then in Wisconsin, same thing, is about 150,000 less people voted, and she lost by 75,000 in Wisconsin. So if those people would have come out to vote, she would have won those two states, and
Could
she
have
would be
won.
president.
Should have won.
She didn't get the.
You don't know for sure. You don't
She
know
didn't
for
get the black or the Latino vote, like
That's what I'm
Obama
saying.
did. She
That's
didn't
what I'm
get
saying.
it.
In Detroit, heavy
Right.
Democratic, black, 190,000 people didn't vote
Right.
this time. In Wisconsin, it was in the Milwaukee area. Another 100,000 people didn't come out to vote, and those are her voters. They didn't come out and vote for her, and that's why she lost those two states.
Right.
So it's her fault.
It's her fault.
It
It
is
is her fault.
The Democratic Party's
All the
fault.
Democrats
DNC
complain, but it's their fault.
and Hillary Clinton are the ones to blame for this. They're gonna try to blame, third parties and Bernie, but you can only blame the DNC.
It is Bernie's fault
They're gonna-
because he
not.
didn't win. If he would have won the primaries,
It was rigged against him. How is he supposed to win? And here's the thing, I get that the DNC what's that argument made, that they're a private organization and they can do what they want if they wanna make it so that Bernie Sanders never really had a chance and they want to help Hillary Clinton along. That's their right, but then you can't expect people to come out and vote for you if you're gonna do that. If you're not gonna make it fair, you can't expect the votes.
but I
So
told you
it's
this
their own
before.
fault.
I was a Bernie supporter. I've always liked him, and I voted for him in the primary. But
Oh, right.
But he's not a Democrat. He's an independent.
Which is kind of better.
So when he stepped in to run as a Democrat, he knew what the challenges were, and he knew they were going to try and fuck him. If he would have just run as an independent, instead of trying to jump in the Democratic ticket, he could have run against both Trump and Hillary.
Are you allowed to vote for an independent no matter what your party is?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to vote for whatever party is, depending on what you're registered as.
No. That's only for the primary. What your party is when you're voting only applies to the primary, not to the general election.
Right.
Well,
And
that's what I'm
if
saying,
you're an
though.
independent,
But
you don't
that's-
have to have a primary if you're an independent. You just say, I'm
yeah.
just running.
Oh yeah.
It's what Ross Perot did. It's what I want to say
Gandhi.
Anderson Cooper. That wasn't his name. John Anderson. John Anderson was an
Yeah.
independent who ran too.
But then he would have had even less media coverage, and it would have been even harder for him to get his message out.
No, he wouldn't have had less because he is a United States senator, so they would be paying attention to him.
No, they wouldn't.
It's not because he's not just some schmuck, not just some unknown person. He's a United States senator.
What was that one guy's
He
name?
was fairly unknown to people before this election.
Not to progressives like me.
Okay, so what? Like 10% of people
No,
knew who he was before?
The country is center left.
I didn't know who he was before this.
Obviously not.
No, the key
No,
word
the center left didn't come out to vote. But we still have them.
The key word there is center left. The thing is that they're left, but if they feel like the left isn't doing what they want, they will go right.
Here's the thing.
No, they won't go right.
Yeah, they'll go for
You
a
can't
center
fault
right.
him for running as a Democrat.
Two lefts don't make
Oh,
a
I don't
right.
fault him for that.
felt-
I'm just saying that you have to. He knew there was going to be an extra challenge
No.
by
no,
running as
you
a
can't-
Democrat.
But yeah, okay, but you can't say he would have known that they were gonna collude against him. You can't say that
Okay.
because our
No,
government's
but he
not
still
supposed
knew.
to do that.
He still knew that it would be an extra challenge because there were some states where there was even a question as to whether or not he could even run
Okay, but then
because
also,
he was an independent and not a
right.
Democrat.
And then also, you can't say that he would have gotten the same amount of media coverage if he ran as an independent, because that's just not true either.
He would have got a lot of media attention because he's a U.S. senator. Yes, yes, yes.
You just saw it. He ran as a Democrat this year. He's a U.S. senator, and he got barely no coverage.
No coverage. He was all over the news every night.
No, he wasn't.
Sure, he was.
Oh, no, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
There are plenty. No, if you compare the amount of coverage he got to Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, and even
You can't
fucking
compare it to Donald
Cruz.
Trump
Yeah.
because they were fucking.
Well,
every
but,
time he
but
showed
that's the
up
thing.
somewhere.
But that's the thing. Donald Trump. There was numerous times where they showed an empty podium of Donald Trump waiting to give a speech
Right,
while
of Donald
Bernie
Trump,
was
yes.
out there giving speeches. So instead of shooting over so we could watch Bernie Sanders give a speech,
They would shoot away from him. They would
they would
move
shoot
the
away and they
camera
would
from
just
him.
show an empty podium where Donald Trump might be in an hour or two. So you can't say that he got as much media coverage. And
No, nobody got as
and-
much media coverage as Trump.
And those emails that came out, I'm just saying there are, but no, it's nothing bad, but Hillary Clinton's team said that they wanted the media to focus on Trump more during the primaries because they felt that was their best chance to
Right,
win.
they wanted to, but that doesn't mean they were directing the media to do it.
Just like Donna Brazil wasn't giving answers to Hillary Clinton.
One, and it was in the town hall. It wasn't in one of the debates.
Doesn't matter.
But it was, and they got rid of her.
Right, yeah, she resigned.
It was not that big of a deal.
I'm not saying it was that big of a deal. I'm just saying. You look at how they
I'm
wanted
not
him.
saying. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying
I'm
they
not just
wanted
saying,
him.
I'm just
They
saying.
wanted him to have more airtime, so that's what they did. You can't tell me that the people on MSNBC and CNN. You're gonna tell me that they're not insiders, that they're not Washington insiders, that they don't get buddy
I
with
don't
the
think
people
they're.
in Washington.
I do not believe they're getting their marching orders from the DNC or the RNC. Yes, I don't believe that. I don't believe that the Democratic National Committee goes to CNN and says, "Hey, do this for us," and they say, "Sure, we'll skew it your way." I don't believe that. No.
But they fund
No,
them.
I don't.
But they fund them. So why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they try to help out the party that they give money
They
to?
give money to everybody. All
I'm
the big
just saying-
corporations give money
I'm
to
just
everybody.
saying they
Well,
have
no,
they
I'm-
have
No.
someone that they want to
No,
win
Why? Why do they want Hillary to win over Trump?
because she's more corporatist, because she's a corporatist and she's not populist. Trump is just
Why
there-
wouldn't they
'cause
want
Trump's
every
message
damn
was he's
Republican to win then? Because Republicans are way more corporatist than Hillary is.
because just because they're corporatist, it doesn't mean they don't have their own views on how the government should be run and how like the economy should be run and things like that. They can still be liberal. That doesn't mean that they don't want certain people in the office. Maybe they want liberal,
They are not going to skew their news coverage
might want
for
liberal-
one party over the
they
other.
might want liberal like civil issues done, but when it comes to like the economy and other things, maybe they want them to be more corporatist.
CNN is not Fox News.
No, but MSNBC is basically Fox
MSNBC
News.
is, and but we know that going in. CNN
Yes.
does not skew their coverage to one candidate over the other.
The Clinton News Network. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes,
I think you're mistaken there.
I am
but
not.
okay.
I will not believe that. Nope. I will believe that anything the Republican National Committee tells the Fox News they'll do, and I will believe that almost anything the DNC tells MSNBC they'll do.
Okay, but there's two
But I will
large.
not say, I will not believe that like the New York Times or the Tribune or CNN skews their coverage anyway based on parties. No,
Okay,
I won't.
but you had protesters outside of CNN demanding that they cover Bernie more, and they still didn't cover. Well, I mean, eventually they did, but while there was protesters outside, they didn't cover the protesters outside their office.
You know why that is?
They didn't go to the Bernie
Why
Sanders
is that?
rally.
Why
was
is
going.
that?
Why is that? Yeah.
Ratings and money. Because they're going to get more people to watch if they're showing a racist, misogynist, bigot, idiot running for president than Bernie standing up there talking about weed and free college. That's why.
Weed and free college.
Because, you know why? Because who is Bernie's biggest supporters? Young people. And who's watching CNN? Not young people. It's old people. And that's where their ratings are. And that's where their ratings are. And like I said in past podcasts, the news now is trying to their goal is to make money and get ratings, not like it used to be.
So then aren't you?
And you know who? And you know who allowed?
Because wait.
No. They are going where the money is, not where the DNC tells them to go.
Well, okay, now.
And you know who
the
made?
DNC
Wait.
tells them to
Who
go.
made them all that money? Who put the Telecommunications Act in place so that they could make all that money and basically monopolize the news? Who did that? The Democrats.
They don't
Clinton
monopolize
did that.
the news.
Clinton. There's only 6 large There's only six large companies
And who
that
owns
run all the
CNN?
news. I'm just saying.
Who owns CNN?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But
Ted Turner.
But I'm just saying.
Isn't it Ted Turner?
Who was the one
Well,
who made it possible for them to do
I
that?
know that.
Who's the one who made it possible for them to make the most money? Because there's no other news organizations out there that can compete.
There's also the
It
idea
was
that if
the Clintons.
they
It
were-
was the
If they're
Democrats.
trying to
No, it
target
wasn't
their,
the Democrats. It was all of them.
Okay, but yeah, okay, so it's all people on the inside in Washington.
But that's one's got nothing to do with the other. It doesn't.
do you watch? Do you watch the Young Turks?
I've seen a few episodes. Yes.
I don't. And then this is not CNN. This is MSNBC, so it's not CNN. But there's multiple people on the Young Turks who, at one point, worked for both Fox News and MSNBC,
Mm-hmm.
and they will tell you that they get a lot of what they're saying from the individual.
I
parties.
agree
know,
with
I
you
know.
there
I
about
agree with that.
MSNBC
I know.
and Fox.
But CNN is not that
I'm
different.
talking about the. If you really want to think about it, those 5 major corporations that own all the news media, they're all conservative Republicans.
Yeah.
So, why would CNN, who's owned by conservative Republicans, want to suck up to Hillary?
It's the demographic thing you were talking about. They're targeting older people, the majority of older people.
Who are conservative?
Not to mention.
No. They're targeting. Their demographic, as
but-
you just stated, was older voters, and you just
And
also
older
stated.
people tend to be more conservative.
Right,
But you
but-
also stated that the majority of the country is center left. So they
Okay,
would
so-
typically want to do the older generation's idea of what left
So-
would be, which would be Hillary Clinton, not
They
Bernie.
would want Hillary over Bernie and they'd want Hillary because, as you can see through her policies, she is pretty conservative.
Yeah, she is.
She's
She
pretty-
is.
she voted for the
she's a
Patriot
centrist,
Act?
Yes. Yeah, all those crazy idiots did though. All of
I
them.
don't give a fuck.
All
It doesn't
except
make it
for
good.
Bernie, I think.
It doesn't make it good.
No, it doesn't make it good.
They can
But
just
you-
watch us now at all times.
That's bullshit. But that
But
was
it gives
George.
them the option.
That was W.
It doesn't matter who it was. She voted for it. She voted for the Iraq War.
She was a bad
At
candidate.
the time, yes, she was a bad candidate. Yes,
And
but that doesn't mean that Democrats shouldn't have come out and voted for her instead of letting him get elected and be president.
so
You know
here's
what?
here's
the
my
positive might be that maybe this will kick the Democrats into fucking gear.
Yes, maybe it will.
Yes.
Hopefully, they can re-examine what they've been doing. Maybe get some more progressives in the party.
Maybe this needed to happen. Maybe we needed this terrible evil so that we could finally move forward as a country.
I hate to say that. I don't want a terrible evil.
I know that's scary. I know it's scary. I know it's shitty. But you know what? Sometimes it has to happen because people got too complacent and shit was going wrong. Shit was going south.
if we can fight
You know-
to get money out of politics at the state level and get more state representatives who are
We can
progressive
do that.
into the
But
House
I
into the
don't want-
Senate.
I don't want the evil.
I get that.
But that's like saying, dude, they're really coming up with some really nice running blades. So cut my legs off now so I can get them.
Listen.
Hey, you wouldn't get tired. No shin splints?
No
fucking
I wouldn't
thank
run
you.
a fucking
Fucking
jackal.
thank you.
It's more like what Angel's doing for court right now. He's going to jail for a little while. That way he can not have to deal with the long-term parole and other problems like that. It's that little thing that'll kick you into gear and get you moving in the right direction. The little bit of bad to make the good better.
It's a good analogy, but you're gonna have to cut that.
Fuck, really? I can't talk about it?
No.
I'll cut out his name. Is that fine?
Sure.
Okay.
You suck, Justin.
Shit.
Bitch.
But
So-
on the other hand,
Well,
5 states voted to legalize marijuana,
Yes.
either recreational or medicinal.
yes, Massachusetts, North Dakota, Florida, California, and what was it? New Mexico or Nevada?
Look at him just rattling them off.
No, it might have been Arizona. One of those southwestern states.
It might have been Arizona, I think.
But back to the voters not coming out for Hillary. Another thing I did see is that there was a majority of people who voted for Obama who also voted for Trump this time around.
No, well,
Not a majority, but there was a decent amount of people who voted for Obama.
There were some white people who voted for Obama who turned around and voted for Trump.
And here's why I think that is.
Okay, tell me why that is.
He's got a piece of paper, everyone. This is some legit shit.
Jeremy's actually doing
He
research
thought
finally.
this out
Yes.
before he was gonna say it.
I wouldn't say research, but these are my thoughts and why I think that people.
Or are those the thoughts that Becky gave you?
I was talking, she wrote them down for me.
Okay.
Dictation.
This way I could actually read it.
Jeremy can't write.
Oh, he said dictation.
Shut
Kill
up.
yourself.
Everybody shut up.
Hey, Jeremy, you wanna say that out loud for me? I can't read.
I have osteoporosis.
I have crippling depression.
So,
Osteoporosis.
God damn it.
Why has that become such a fucking big meme?
All right, go ahead, Jeremy.
So, the big thing in this election, from what we all saw, was basically it was the people versus the government or the establishment, right?
Right.
And the Republicans, they got their their candidate to speak to the people. And when I say to the people, I mean, if you look at his speeches, he would always say, "Fuck the media. I don't care what they're putting out there. I don't care what they say about me. I'm speaking to you people right here. And I'm going to help you people. The people that are here listening to me right now, I'm talking to you specifically. And I don't care what the media is saying. I don't care about the cameras. I don't care about any of that." Hillary, on the other hand, she had a message where she said that she was for families, right? But her message doesn't speak to anything because there's no action behind it. Trump can say those things because he has no, former political experience. So he's never had an option to vote to actually help the American people, except for his companies that he
He
could have
doesn't
helped
have
the
baggage.
workers.
He doesn't have negative baggage
Right.
on him, other than his personal stuff. But in terms
Hillary's-
of policy, he has no negative policy baggage because he has no policy experience.
So her message was that she's for families, right? That's her big thing, is that she wants to see the families. If the families are good, then the country's running good. But her problem was that her actions don't, reflect what she was saying, because you can't say that you're for the families and then vote for the Iraq War and send, families' kids overseas to die. You can't say that you're for the families and not even mention or bring up or do anything about the North Dakota Access Pipeline, where you have, an oil spill which could poison families, or the fact that you're digging up family members out of the ground to put in pipes. You also can't say that you're for families when you're giving private speeches to banks, who are the people that ruined the economy in the first place, and you're not really passing any legislation or saying that you want to put any of them in jail for what they were doing. So her whole message that she's for families, it fell so short with the American people. And that's why Trump, I think, won, is because he can speak more to the people of the country, and he got them out to vote because his message was better. People actually felt like the populist candidate was a better candidate, and the Democrats went with the corporatist over the populist, and it fucked them. And then also, the Democratic National Convention, the Democratic Party, is fucking selfish, because, like you said, people are stupid, correct?
Mm-hmm.
if people are fucking stupid, and you have all these scandals coming out against her, now none of them might be true. None of them might be true, right?
Or even a big deal if they are true.
Right? It might not be true. It might not even hurt her if they are true. But you said people are stupid. So to keep running a candidate who has all these negative things coming out about her, which, the stupid people are going to believe, and it's obviously going to hurt her, and 50% of the population doesn't trust her, and you keep running this candidate, I'm not saying they should have thrown Bernie Sanders in, but they could have thrown in Biden. They could have thrown in, I would have liked Bernie Sanders to be thrown in, but she has all this negativity to her. You see that people don't like her, don't trust her, and all these scandals come out, and you still run her as your candidate, and no wonder she fucking lost to Trump. She was the only person they could have ran who would have lost to Trump. And she fucking did, and I called it months ago.
All right,
I agree with basically everything you just said.
One more point
For the
about the
most
families. She won't come out and say that she wants to legalize marijuana. How many families does that break up, considering 50% of people who are in jail right now are in jail for marijuana?
And it negatively
How many-
affects black communities.
Yeah.
Significantly.
So why didn't she get the Latino and the black vote? Because she doesn't want to get those people out of jail. She doesn't want to ease up on crime. She doesn't want to legalize
She
marijuana to
doesn't
get
wanna
those
help
families back
or their
together.
communities.
Obama doesn't want to either. He hasn't said anything
I
either.
fucking
It's
know. I know. That's what I say. It's the Democratic Party. It's not so. It is Hillary. She can only blame herself, but it's also the Democratic Party for running a fucking corporatist who doesn't speak to the people. You could see, we all saw it, that you knew the populace was going to win this election. You could see it in the American people. You could see it in the rallies. Look at Bernie Sanders' rallies. He could get 18,000 people to show up to a rally. How many people was Hillary Clinton get?
No idea.
Not even close to that.
I have-
Trump. How many people did Trump get to go to his rallies?
All right, here's my
Rebuttal.
rebuttal. There's a couple of
He
things.
said, but.
I understand your passion, and I kind of agree with you, sort of. Problem is, Trump was talking to all these people, but he never told them how he was going to help them. He just said, I've got plans. It's going to be huge. It's going to be the best thing ever. But he never said anything about what he was actually going to do, except build a wall. And that's it. And you're wrong about Hillary. She's been working for the last 30 years to help families. She started it in Arkansas, and then she did it when she was in the White House, when she was the first lady, and she did it as a senator. She did a lot of stuff to help families.
What did she do?
No,
I just don't know.
Hang
What
on.
did she do?
Hang on. I'm just saying, on the issues that were brought up this election, that people cared about this election, she didn't speak to the families that much.
She was a bad candidate. Yes, I agree with you. She did not do a good job of selling herself.
And I just want to say, this election, I have never seen an election where the people or the two candidates running spoke the least about policy. I don't think Hillary Clinton spoke much policy. She really didn't. Trump didn't speak policy, but neither did she. Bernie Sanders would speak policy. Hillary, I never heard her speak policy, especially not in the debates with Trump. Policy, remember we had Mitt Romney. He always came in with his 5-point plans or whatever, and Obama would come back with his plans during the debates. I didn't see that once this year. I didn't see any plans by either candidate this year. Hillary did have plans, because you could go to her website
You
and
go to
look
her
them
website
up.
and look them
But
up.
who the fuck is going to go to the website if you're not going to say it? Like, why won't she say it to the people when she has the group of people right there? She would never bring it up. Yeah, you can go to her website and look it up, but like I said, not everybody goes on the website and looks that shit up. They rely on the media, on the TV,
Hold
to
on.
get what they
I
need
think
out of her,
I think
and
what
she
Jeremy's
didn't do
trying to
that.
say is that Hillary's political strategy was completely wrong because she kept playing right into Donald Trump's hands, like on every turn. Because Donald Trump built himself as the anti-establishment candidate, and Hillary, in response, kind of set herself as the establishment candidate, and no one wanted to vote for the establishment candidate.
Well, we all knew she was the establishment candidate, but
But she allowed the narrative to
we
sit.
all had the hope. Here's the thing: we all hoped that people wouldn't vote to just burn the whole fucking thing down. We hoped that people wouldn't do that, and we were wrong. They fucking did it.
Because
They don't know
didn't
what
like
they're
it.
getting, but they don't care, apparently.
They don't like how the establishment's running. Because
Well,
it's not.
I
helping them.
understand that, but no one would ever think, I don't like the spiders in the basement, but I'm not going to burn the house down. Jeremy might, but I'm not going to burn the house down because there's something in it I don't like.
You haven't been on the internet very long, sir. That's a running gag.
I know, that's why I said it. I'm not an idiot. I'm not a Mennonite.
Mennonite?
Are you sure?
Meninist?
No, a Mennonite.
I think you mean Meninist.
Mennonism.
No.
But as I'm saying, I think it was a lot of poor political
Look it up.
strategy.
It's a bad idea to rely on the American people, though.
It was a lot of.
You guys just told me that they weren't stupid. You told me the last couple of weeks they weren't stupid.
They're not stupid.
Well, then what happened?
I just explained it
They're
to you.
able to look.
They went with the person
They went to the person that
who
spoke to them.
How? How does he speak to them? He doesn't. He doesn't say anything. He is a billionaire who's going to help his billionaire friends. He already said he wants to cut rich people's taxes hugely or bigly. He's going to cut corporate taxes. He's going to cut personal taxes.
But see, that's just a misinformation thing. Cause
That's not a
there's-
misinformation.
No,
That's
no,
what he
I
wants to
get
do.
That, but listen to me when I'm talking for a minute. When he says stuff like that, people think that stuff is good because of what I talked about weeks ago when I'm talking about economics. People understand the bare bones of capitalist economics, where they understand that if the company is spending less on taxes, they put more money into their company, which means that people can get paid more, the company can, do better, and that will help the people on the bottom. That's a bare bones economic understanding that is not true.
It's flawed, yes.
Yes, but the fact is that's taught in schools, that's taught to people, and they believe it to be true because that's what they were taught. And so they're not dumb, they were misinformed. That is not the same thing. If someone feeds you a lie, you are not stupid for believing it.
And the whole, billionaires helping his billionaire friends. You can say the same thing about Hillary Clinton. You can say the exact same fucking thing about Hillary
But
Clinton.
she was going to raise taxes on the rich.
Mm-hmm. And the middle class.
Did she have the same tax breakdown that Bernie put out?
No, not
No.
on the middle class.
It was her tax
No.
plan was the same as Obama's, basically.
That would not include the middle class.
I'm pretty
The
sure.
middle class's taxes we're not going to raise.
The tax bracket on the middle class, I think, was still. It's supposed to be pretty low. I don't know. I didn't
I
see
think it was
hers.
supposed to go up at least a little bit. Not as much as she wanted to tax the upper class more, but she did want to tax the middle class.
No, the middle class was not going to get a tax raise.
I'll have to look it up. Okay.
Well, it depends on what your definition of middle class is.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like
Well-
it could be the upper middle class that she was trying
The
to
other thing that people were pissed off about and why they thought that a
But nowadays,
Republican
what is it?
being-
I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
Why they thought a Republican being in there would be a good idea is because I saw this once. The majority of people when Obamacare passed saw an increase in their health insurance prices. So
No,
they
not when
saw-
it first passed. Now what's going on?
Yeah, they're seeing their health insurance prices go up under Obamacare, and they're starting to think because Obamacare was implemented so goddamn poorly, they're thinking that obviously the Democrats aren't going to help us with our financial situation. Maybe pass it off to the Republicans. I feel like that was a lot of people's mentality overseeing how things were not getting better for them, even after 8 years of Obama, after he promised all this change and all this hope.
Right. But then, again, who's in control of the Senate and the House? The Republicans.
Yep.
That's why people's lives aren't getting any better. Because they're still trying to pass off this goddamn cut taxes, cut spending, and money will trickle down to the poor people. They're still trying to pass off that phony trickle-down economics theory. And it
the
doesn't
people are
work.
misinformed. We need to tell them that. We need to inform the people of that.
And I don't think
Listen to progressives. That's all you got to do. They'll
Right,
tell you
right.
that trickle
Progressive-
trickle-down
I didn't
economics
see-
don't work.
I didn't see any Democratic candidate ever say that trickle down does not work.
Every Democratic candidate says trickle down
I
doesn't
never see
work.
them lay it out. I
Every one of
never
them
see
says
them.
it. They all say them. They all say it. Every one of them. If you watch any Democratic person talk, any candidate, any elected official, they all say the cutting taxes, for the wealthy does not help the economy.
But
They all
but do
say
they
it.
ever show it? Like, do they ever really explain it, or do they just say that line and let that be it?
What do you want to do? Bring out charts and stuff?
Fuck yeah! It's
But where? I mean, on a 30-second news clip? Because they're not going to be able to do that.
they could talk about it in newsrooms or have like videos about it and like just
Well, yeah, if you want to watch C-SPAN, you can see it every fucking day.
I saw that. That's funny.
Is that space though?
What, we're going to stop and watch Jared's phone now?
I don't know.
I just pulled up a political meme. It's funny.
Well, yeah, but we can't see them, so it
I'll
doesn't
pop
matter.
it up on the screen maybe.
I was just showing it to Jeremy. Y'all didn't have to stop talking.
He stopped.
I did. I got distracted. Pretty pictures.
I've just been scrolling through Twitter.
Why is that? You're not interested in this? This is going to affect you and your future.
I don't gotta worry about that right now. That's future me's problem.
Fuck yeah, it is.
So what's the Latina perspective on all this?
I don't have a perspective on this.
You don't have a perspective at all?
No,
You were
I do.
just saying how scared you were.
I am very, very scared of like the Republican House and Senate and President. Because I don't know what they're gonna do. Like they're gonna pass with like LGBT stuff, women's rights. Like it's gonna set us back like 40 years and stuff.
It could.
I think it will.
I don't think so.
Because like their goal is like stop gay marriage and all that stuff, and then Mike Pence like believes in electroshock therapy and conversion therapy.
I think Mike Pence is the one to be worried about.
That's
and
my
maybe the
biggest fear.
Senate.
Again, if Trump is able to put 2 or even 3...
The justices is what I'm worried about.
Exactly, because then there goes Roe v. Wade. There goes Citizens United is going to still be a part of everything. There goes gay marriage.
Can they change those decisions? Is that
They sure can.
Yeah, they
Roe v.
can.
Wade hasn't gone away in 40 years. Why would it go away now?
If he gets 2 or 3 more conservatives on the court, absolutely.
Haven't we had conservative courts before and it didn't change?
Yeah, we have.
Well, I'm
But it's
just
never
saying.
been this bad.
This bad. It's not bad right now. He's the one that we're worried about. Is replacing Anton Scalia.
No. I mean, it's the tone of the country is so split, so what's the word I'm looking for?
divided?
Not divided. Well, divided, but partisan. It's so partisan that one side believes in their cause no matter what. The other side, there's no compromise. They are trying to, the right is trying desperately to get rid of abortion
Okay. Abortion. Maybe.
and gay rights
And gay
I don't
rights.
think so.
and gay
Yeah.
marriage.
I-
Yes.
Well, all right.
I don't feel
But
like
the
we would-
majority of the country is for gay rights. Even Trump is for protecting the LGBT.
Doesn't matter if it goes to the
community.
Supreme Court again. That's got 7 conservatives to 2 liberals.
It doesn't have 7 conservatives right now.
No, it'll have 5, and then if he could appoint 2 more. There's a couple of really old liberals who could die.
Yeah, but didn't it have 5 when gay marriage got passed?
Yeah,
So
5 isn't 7.
Yeah, okay, but like,
But I'm just-
because they're conservative doesn't necessarily mean that they're anti-LGBT.
They will be when the president, who is anti-LGBT,
But the president isn't anti-LGBT. The vice president is.
Yes.
And some of the Senate and House are.
right?
But
So
the president
they're
himself
only
is
gonna
not.
they're only gonna vote in someone who has their same convictions. He's only gonna put up justices that they will vote for.
we'll see. We don't know. We'll see. But
I
that's
think
an assumption.
I
Yes.
think it is fair to have the concern and to be taking the necessary precautions, as people I know have been. I think that's very, very valid and a smart thing to do. But I wouldn't lose your mind just yet. I would kind of wait and see how things turn out because I still have faith. I still do not think it's gonna get as terrible as people are saying.
I think you're wrong.
I think you're very
I
wrong.
think because the majority of people, even the majority of like Republicans, don't dislike gays and stuff anymore.
Yes, but the Supreme Court's got nothing to do with what the majority of people think.
Yes, but the majority of
I
people
think
will
it
make
doesn't.
their voice heard.
It doesn't matter to the Supreme Court. They make their own decisions, not based on anything that any kind of protest or anything has to do with it.
Yeah,
they make
but-
their own
but
decisions.
they look into the way the country's going, and you have to admit that.
No, they don't.
What do you mean?
They
no,
look at
don't?
what they think the law says.
Yeah, that's how
They don't care about what
interpret the law.
they don't care about
Right.
what else is going
I
on.
know. I
At least
understand
not
that.
the conservative ones, because they are. They're fundamentalists, but that's not the word I'm looking for either.
Constitutionalists.
They're constitutionalists. The Constitution is what it is. It doesn't change.
Right.
It's what it is, and so they just look at the law and say, "This is what the law says. This is how I'm voting." Doesn't matter that things have changed. That was 200 years ago. That only white men could vote back then. It doesn't matter.
I know that, but the law also says nothing about taking away rights of certain people.
Well, we didn't have rights like
Right.
to begin with.
It doesn't say anything about rights.
Everyone has
It
rights.
says all men are created
It-
equal, and it meant men in the traditional sense of the word, meaning people. So all people are created equal. Therefore, everyone should, by the letter of the law, have the same rights.
Right.
Is how it should be interpreted, and how if you are a
Well,
constitutionalist,
wait a minute. If that is true, then how did we have slavery?
because
Right, that's
we had slavery
Because they
of-
didn't believe that they were people. That's why.
And they thought women were just lesser beings.
And they thought that women were lesser.
Well, so why haven't
Well,
they
I don't
overturned
think-
slavery
I
yet?
don't
We don't
think that
know.
is the common perception now. I don't
But
think.
exactly now, but back then it was, and if you're going by how they thought back then you have to think that
But
way
that
now.
wasn't what was written
Right.
in the document.
I'm saying.
Yes,
That
sir.
what they thought back then was not what was written in the document. The letter of the law does not say that. The letter of the law does not say black people aren't people. Like it doesn't.
Yes,
say
it
that.
does. It just says in the Constitution they're 3/5 of a person.
Yes, but wasn't that amended? Wasn't that changed?
But it still said it in there.
Yes, but it's been amended. That's how the
Right,
document
but not
works.
by the courts,
Wow,
You
but
need-
by what?
by Congress. But if Congress didn't change it, the courts would look at it and say, that's what it
But it's
says.
been changed.
Yeah, but now it has.
A while ago.
But wait, the 3/5 compromise wasn't even in the original Constitution either.
Right, but it was in there.
So wait, I don't understand.
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't understand what you're saying. Okay, so if the original Constitution said that all men are created equal, but then there was an amendment saying that blacks counted as 3/5 of a person, but another amendment that changed that amendment, how is the First Amendment more valid than the second one? I don't understand your logic here.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the constitutionalists, the justices who are constitutionalists, they go by what the founding fathers put in the Constitution. They don't care about what's going on now. They don't think that the Constitution is a fluid document. It is a set rules. And if it doesn't say it in the Constitution, it doesn't exist.
I'm looking up the
That's
U.S.
not true.
Constitution real quick.
But that's not necessarily true, though. Their judicial review isn't in the Constitution. They just said, yeah, we have that.
What are you talking about?
The Supreme Court, their judicial review is not in the Constitution at all. Where they can say that something the president or the Congress is doing is unconstitutional and they can shut it down, that's not in the Constitution at all. They don't always go straight by. They don't always go straight by what it originally was. They go
Damn,
You're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying the whole Supreme Court does, and I'm not saying that every judge does. I'm saying that guys like Scalia and Roberts and Alito, they do not believe that the Constitution is malleable, that it doesn't change because circumstances in the country has changed. It is what it is.
Do they disregard all the amendments?
No, they don't disregard the amendments because that's part of the Constitution.
So then,
the Constitution can be changed. I don't understand. It's literally not making any sense.
Maybe I'm just not explaining it right.
yeah.
You're definitely not. I'm trying to read the original Constitution because I was pretty sure from my constitutional classes in school there was no.
It's not what's written in the Constitution. It's how the founders thought when they wrote it. That's what they go back to.
But then they're not a constitutionalist.
Yes, they are, because the founders wrote the Constitution.
But then they're not deciphering the letter of the law. They're interpreting.
Yes,
meaning
they are interpreting
through
the law that it was from when it was written. So they're looking at it through the eyes of the founders, not as someone living in the 20th century where things have changed, where women now can vote and stuff like that.
I'm just gonna drop it because I don't even know what you're going on about.
I don't think most. I don't think
we're-
most of them do that.
We're running a little low on time. We're gonna move on to Pudge's word of the week, the Pudge's filthy mouth. So, Jared, you are so distraught. Your word of the week is the dirty thunderstorm.
Dirty thunderstorm.
Dirty thunderstorm.
Diarrhea. There's gotta be diarrhea involved in here somewhere.
Gotta be.
Dirty thunderstorm. What else do you think of? Some loud ass diarrhea, right? Am I close?
Oh, is that what your answer is?
No, not like. That's not the official, but I'm like, am I in the ballpark?
I'll tell you one thing. It's definitely poop related.
Definitely poop.
Definitely poop related.
This is sexual.
Obviously.
All right.
Obviously.
All right.
It's a dirty word.
Dirty thunderstorm.
Dad just saw Jeremy's screensaver of Bernie Sanders with a heart around him, and it says the one that got away.
So is it like?
Change that Tuesday night.
Come on, what's the definition?
Is it like when, after anal sex or even during anal sex, when the person receiving, kind of, maybe let's go a real loud fart, but that fart ain't necessarily a fart. That fart's a shart.
A shizzard,
So
if
it's-
you will.
So it's some like
During anal sex?
during anal sex, just some fucking loud ass poopy diarrhea dicks.
What was the word again?
Dirty thunderstorm. And, Pudge, you got it right.
Hey.
Wow.
Look at you. You fucking filthy-minded fuck. The actual definition is a sex act in which someone sharts after having their asshole jizzed in.
Solid. Solid.
Dad is just so mad he's not even talking. Like, what is this? This is your show, Mr. Host. Get to it.
He's looking up to school you on the constitutionalist meaning.
Look, if you want to give me a definition of constitutional so I can understand this thing,
I will do some more research so I can explain it to you better.
because what you're saying is not.
Because I need
making
to find
sense.
some examples, which
But
don't come to mind right now because I had a few beers and it's late.
Do you at least get why I'm confused about what you're saying?
No, I think you should understand everything I say clearly.
Well, we're just not gonna let that happen.
I guess that's not gonna happen. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no, it's not. You're living in a fantasy world.
I guess I am.
Yeah, you gotta get your head out of your ass.
Accept the political reality.
Hey, so we never wait. We have to get to something else too. Jared, you got your call back this week
I do. Sunday.
and what is this again? Explain this to us again.
Indoor drum line.
What does that mean?
So it's like marching band, but it's just percussion stuff. A front ensemble and a drum line, and you do a whole marching show inside.
Inside,
Yeah, and there's usually a lot more like props and
and
shit.
you have your second callback.
First callback.
First callback.
It's the first callback.
Second
From the
audition.
Second
first
audition.
callback.
First callback.
Yes.
All right. And this weekend we got Jeremy's birthday, or that's Monday, right? Happy birthday, Jeremy.
Congrats. You
Yay.
turned an age.
What are you, 23?
Yep. Yep.
What are you dead inside?
Yep. Yep.
Where are we going on tomorrow?
The Galloping Ghost.
The best arcade around.
And the zoo. You're going to the zoo
And
too,
the
right?
zoo. Good old zoo.
Yeah. It's in the same town. Might as well.
And we're having people over on Sunday afternoon if anybody wants to join us.
Yeah,
I'm
You
ready.
can find where we live.
I'm not gonna be there.
Figure it out.
I won't be there.
You're not
So-
gonna be
Neither
there.
will I.
I'll be at the callback.
Here's a
Well, yeah,
question for you.
you're not.
Okay, here's the question.
Here's a question for you. How do you feel about the Democrats now that Trump has won? Do you think that they're just gonna roll over like they did with Gore in 2000? You know, because they're already coming out and saying we need to support Donald Trump now because he's the president and blah blah blah. Or do you think
Yeah, you
they're
mean
gonna,
even though that nobody wanted, even though that they, when Obama was elected, they came out and said we're going to do everything we can to stop everything he wants to do. We're going to
And-
make sure that he's only a
well,
one-term president.
talking about the judges made me think of the Republicans now and how they just decided to, what was it, filibuster?
Yep.
And the Democrats are a bunch of fucking pussies,
Yeah, they're not gonna follow the same tactics.
and they won't do that shit.
Well, here's what I like to think, and I know you're going to say I'm a pussy.
Yeah, probably if you're gonna say something.
And I had a fight with your mother. She didn't agree with me either. But if there's something that they do that can actually help people, like she doesn't like. He said that he wants to come out and do a whole bunch of infrastructure, right?
Yes.
So if he actually does that, and if it actually, could put potentially like $1 trillion into the economy,
Right.
I would say, go ahead, Democrats, vote for it, and let's help people. Mom says, oh no, fuck that, we're going to be obstructionists just like they were. And I just can't agree with that.
Well, all right. I'm not telling them to obstruct good ideas like
Right.
infrastructure.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But do
Come on.
the dickish stuff that the Republicans are doing when it matters. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Problem
Government
is we-
shutdown.
The problem is we can't do that dickish stuff because we don't control the Senate. We
Not-
can't
not this
block.
term, but maybe
we
next
can't
term.
block everything. Exactly. That's what we have to do. We have to get out in 2018 and get more Democrats in the Senate. Maybe get more progressive Democrats
There you
into
go.
the Senate.
Yeah.
That's
please,
what I
more
mean to say.
progressives.
Well,
I'm
Bernie
sick of
Sanders
these
is working on it. That's his revolution now. That's where it's gone.
Yeah, if there's shitty ideas coming up, then I want the Democrats to be dickish and try and fight it as much as they can, which is probably not much because, again, they're not the majority. But if it's something that actually helps people in this country, I don't want them to fight it just because it was Donald Trump's idea, like the Republicans did. If it was their idea, it was great. Once Obama said, "Yeah, I like that idea," they were like, "Oh no, we can't let Obama get a win here
But in the House, we're down 3 people?
in the Senate."
No, in the House. It's
in
like,
the House,
it's like-
no, we're down like 100. They have like
The House is pretty far
yeah,
to
like
the right.
290 to 100 and something.
the Senate, it's like 3 people, right? And you need
I think
2/3
we
to
have-
pass something, don't
no,
you?
not always. Some things you only need a majority, 51.
What
What do you mean?
what kind of things? Like big things or small things?
Like if you want to name a library, you need a majority.
You know what? I'm not sure. I'm not.
Library is
actually
full 100, Jeremy. Come on.
Yeah, you need
everyone
everyone's
to be
support to name a
On
library.
board with that
You
one.
need you need different numbers of people for different steps along the way.
When are
is
we
how
gonna
it
get
works.
those Tubman dollars?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Because
you know
didn't
what?
they pass that? Didn't they?
The Tubman 10?
No, I thought it was a
20.
20.
Yeah, it's 20. That's right.
They're coming as soon as we move away from paper money. As soon as we no longer have
That's right.
paper
And
money.
they say, all right, let's give it all the women and black people.
Because everything is done
At
electronically.
least now you can say, "Yo, buddy, can you hand me a tub?
Can you hand me a tub?
Can you lend me a tub?
Need a
I'm
tub to
really-
get this dub.
Tub me, bud.
Oh man, $40 dub tubs.
God damn it.
It's gonna
Solid.
be.
So
I
what-
think we're
what's
gonna
up-
have a lot of content for the next 4 years. That's a positive.
Oh, man, yes, we are. We
We're
should
gonna
have a
have
lot
a-
of content
we're
for
gonna
the
have a
next
lot of
4
things to
years.
talk about.
And Jared's not going to be happy.
He's slamming his head against the desk.
Fuck, I wish I knew the guy's name, but
Kill
the,
me.
the guy who
Richard.
predicted that Trump would win.
Simpsons. The Simpsons.
You know who I'm talking about?
No.
He's like
Macaroni.
he's like a pretty smart guy. He was able to predict that Trump would win.
Are you talking
like,
about that
even
dude
before.
that like gets it wrong every time?
No, he's gotten a lot of things right. Well, anyway, the guy who predicted Trump to win in the election has also now come out with a new prediction that Trump will get impeached. So if we have anything to look forward to.
That would be funny. That would be really funny.
I just need to say one thing. Jared, if you don't like the talk that we're having, bring something to the table to talk about other than drumming.
I got something.
I don't do anything. I go to school, go to work,
Well,
and drum.
You look at your goddamn. You're on social media all week long, every
All
minute
it
of the
is
day.
is fucking politics now, cause stupid Trump. Everything on Twitter is,
Dude.
fuck you.
Everything on Facebook, fucking Twitter,
Congratulations.
on fucking
You
every
memed yourself to the
sharing
presidency.
site is just fucking politic, and it's boring as fuck now.
Alright, just in the future, just find some stuff and bring it to the table.
They
That's
turned
all.
a fucking frog into a hate symbol. A sad frog
God
became
damn
a
it,
hate
Clinton.
symbol.
What's up with the male contraceptive?
Oh, the male contraceptive, just real quick.
Real quick.
Why does it have to be real quick?
Man, what the hell?
Oh, you want to just keep going?
Because
Yeah.
Okay,
we
cool.
bust too early.
Cause what?
We bust too early.
Is that what it's for?
There's
Maybe
Jared's-
you.
There's Jared's filthy mouth for you. But anyway, the whole when the male contraceptive came out, they were doing the study for it, and they stopped the study prematurely because of negative symptoms that the
It's not the only thing that was premature. Eh?
Oh,
Eh?
God damn it. But so they stopped it, and because a lot of the people in the study were having really negative side effects to the treatment.
So the guys were little whiny bitches, so they had to stop.
That is what all the left-wing media is saying. That's what they're all saying. But here's the fun part. Here's what makes me mad.
Their dicks peeled.
The rates at which all this negative side effects that the male contraceptive had were the same negative side effects that female contraceptive has. But the problem was that the male contraceptive was causing the side effects at like 20 times the rate. Like 20 times more often, and when it was happening, it was more extreme. So if you looked at the statistics, there was only like 200 and some people in this study. Like 5 of them are now permanently fucking unable to produce sperm. 1 of them committed suicide. A bunch of them experienced manic depression, seriously bad side effects. And so what was pissing me off about this entire thing was that the left wing kept saying, these men are being pussies, they can't handle it like the women can. But the
They
problem
get
is that it
mood
was
swings, so they stop
fundamentally
it.
a worse system than what the women have right now.
What were the tests?
What did it do exactly?
It was an injection that would alter hormones and reduce your sperm count.
Yeah, but doesn't the shot for women not even work?
Exactly. The shot for women is also not too good, and women experience negative side effects, but at a significantly smaller rate is all the difference.
I'm getting worried that Justin's becoming conservative.
Really?
That is a fear.
might be.
He does in the left an awful lot.
No, he just likes to argue. That's
No. Here's the thing. People say this shit
Here's
all the
the
time.
thing.
All the time. Oh,
There's a new section for Justin, a new segment. Here's the thing.
Here's the thing about
Today in
that.
conservative news.
Except you can't use that because Alec Baldwin has a podcast. Here's the thing.
Justin's new segment. Here's why I'm a cunt.
Yeah. But no. My problem is that I am
Oh, your problem. We don't have enough time to go into your problems.
I am a very, very liberal person. So
Yeah, okay.
when I think I am, I really have a lot of left-leaning views. But the
I
problem
lean
is
left.
that I have a lot of
Lean
left
left.
views, but
Crooked
the people
Crooked
on
dick.
the left are so frustrating to me. And
Yeah.
so I see the people that are in my camp doing things that I really vehemently disagree with. And it just infuriates me to see my party being so irrational and being so silly.
I agree with you that I I am really liberal, and I'm as far left as anybody you know. But I hate those whining little bitches.
They're awful.
I hate those PC people. I just don't like them. I hate the vegans. I hate the PC people. I can't help it. It just makes me sick.
Like,
it just makes me sick.
What
Yes.
happened? What happened to the left? Why are we such fucking bitches? Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
Everybody gets a trophy. That's where it all starts.
I
You
don't.
need-
Like everyone's just been
And
bitching
you
the
need to
whole
just be
time.
The reason
more
I
laid
attack the
back.
left so much and not so much the right.
That's it.
Is
You need to smoke pot and just get more laid back. That's
You
all.
need to be more laid back because then you'll be able. Because like I don't know, like me for instance, I can listen to the whiny bitches. I don't agree with them, but I can listen to them and see where they're coming from. And the same thing with conservatives. I can listen to them and see where they're coming from, and it doesn't infuriate me, you know.
it infuriates me when
doesn't
people
piss me
are
off.
lying about.
people
But
are
see-
fucking.
But that's why I like.
different.
That's why I like Bill Maher, because he's as lefty as I am, but his show is politically incorrect.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like the liberals. He doesn't like the liberals either like that.
Right,
Yeah.
and the reason I bash the left so much is because I feel like if you got to make sure your house is stable before you go wrecking someone else's. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to keep your shit.
Why the
on-
conservatives don't do that?
You know what? I want to be better than that. Is what it is.
See, that's what I said to your mother. We have to go high.
I'm trying to take the high
We
road,
have
so
to
I
get
gotta,
high.
Yeah, but going high doesn't mean passing everything
I
that comes
gotta,
in.
That's
I
true.
gotta fix my zone, and then I'll judge someone else's.
Gotta get my safe space.
And I don't think the conservatives are all wrong on all issues. Like, I don't agree with them on their issues, but I don't think they're as evil and dumb as other liberals do. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but some of them are.
Some of them are, sure, but I've met plenty of pretty nice, pretty good people that are Republican.
Yes.
I think where like the Democratic Party is totally going more center now. I think what's happening is the more they move center on like policy and like, you know, government issues, like the civil and social issues are just going way too far left to
think
try
so
to
too.
make up for it.
Yep.
And that's my only issue is it's the civil and social
It's
shit
the
that's going
social
way
issues
too
on the
But
far
see,
left.
that's where
Crazy.
I mean we can
But
disagree with people and still like them.
right. And
It's just like I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I think it's because they're trying to make a difference with like privileges, you know? Like I think it's stupid, but they're trying to make things equal in a society that's really, you know, we've only had
It's the mentality of good
equality
intentions
for
with bad
50 years.
with bad applications. It's good intentions, but they're applying the intentions in a way that I feel is not helpful. And that's why I argue with them so much, and that's why I get so mad about it. It's like, I agree with you, but you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, things are never going to be equal, but we can strive for it. So I don't have a problem
That's
with
what
that.
I do. I strive for equality.
Right. But I say yeah, so I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But fuck women.
Right?
Ew.
Jesus, those skanks.
What was I going to say? Because we were talking about agreeing with people. I mean, being nice to people who disagree with us.
I absolutely
I mean,
believe that's like a
it's-
core tenet.
It's just like I'm an atheist. I don't believe, but I have, in my personal experience, I have had nothing but good experiences with religious people.
Yeah, they're super
I went to
nice.
Catholic school. You guys, when we sent you to Catholic school, I liked those people that you guys went to school with. I thought it was a great community. I didn't believe in what they believed in, but I never had any bad experiences with those people.
That's just it. You can have different beliefs and think differently and still be good people.
And here's the weird thing, is that where I grew up, we were all everybody was Catholics. We had Polish and Mexican and Italians and Irish, and we were all Catholics. and we were all hardcore Democrats, and it's just the way it was. That's how it was. So we were Catholic, but we were still liberal, and you just so in my experiences, things have been just fine.
Yeah, there are ways to be religious and still be progressive. That exists.
Oh, it's everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's just in where I grew up. I mean, if you go to like real hardcore Catholics or
Kentucky.
or
Alabama.
or evangelicals, those are like Baptists and stuff. Those people are just
No, because
whacked.
Jonah's a Baptist and he's progressive.
I said that's around here, but if you go in the South, or even in small communities, where they want to put their religion into politics and into government,
Which is against the Constitution.
which is against the Constitution, that's
Which
the
is
stuff
why
that bothers
That's why I
me.
On
hate the
Tuesday-
Republican argument of, we got to bring God back into the country. It's like God was never supposed to be in the country.
Correct.
On Tuesday, Oklahoma had a I don't know,
A referendum?
something on their ballot, yeah,
Referendum.
to put religion into politics, and it got like 48%. So not enough to pass, but pretty damn close.
Oh, but wasn't it also Oklahoma in the last election that passed the law saying that they can't have Sharia law, even though it can't be a thing anyway?
Not in
Wait,
America.
Sharia law can't be a thing?
No, it can't be a thing.
What do you mean? Like it fundamentally contradicts itself?
In
or-
America?
No, in
with the
America,
laws
it
we
can't be a
have,
thing.
You
Oh.
can't stone someone to death.
I know, obviously, but like,
Well, yeah.
I thought you were saying
So
like
there's no-
fundamentally
but
based
you know
on
what?
the core
Hey, if you
how
really-
Sharia law works,
If you
it
really
can't exist. I'm
want
like,
to
what?
fucking bring people together, put more shit like that on the ballot, right? Like we're gonna see how many people vote down fucking fascism and
If you
Sharia law.
want to bring people together, just start burning people because
Yeah.
you think they're a witch.
Like who wants to vote for book burnings
I
on
wanna
Wednesdays?
pass a
you know?
law saying that you have to stone gay people.
No, that bitch was talking to a duck. She's a witch burner.
She's a witch.
She turned me into a newt.
I got better.
I got better. Alright.
Fucking retarded.
That's a great movie, though.
Well, maybe we'll talk about movies next time. I don't think with
This is
Donald
only in
Trump we
politics.
can talk into movies.
I went and saw Doctor Strange.
Yeah, we did.
It was really good.
It was really, really good.
So's favorite Marvel movie.
Jeremy, you didn't go see it with him?
I figured I'd wait for it to come out.
No, they had a date.
I didn't really care to go.
That's not what I heard.
I heard that there was someone in this room that didn't
I heard
wanna
that you didn't go because Becky didn't want to go see another superhero movie.
How many times can you drag a woman to a superhero movie?
As many times as it takes.
Exactly.
Olivia just rented X-Men Apocalypse for us to watch because she fucking loves X-Men.
We own it.
You own Apocalypse?
Yes.
Speaking of
Why the fuck
fucking
It's on the
I know this.
computer, yeah.
X-Men,
Scott Summers.
I am fucking ashamed of all of you guys not voting for Scott Summers.
I didn't even know a guy named Scott Summers was running.
That's because you didn't look. You just voted right for Tammy Duckworth. You didn't even
Yeah, I
look.
voted for Tammy
If a guy's-
Duckworth.
All right, if
He can lead the
he can
X-Men,
lead
he
the
can
X-Men, he
lead
can lead the
Illinois.
fucking
If
state.
he can shoot
Well,
fucking lasers out of his
When
eyes,
you
we can
came
do
home,
anything.
when you came home and you said, "I voted for Scott Summers," it's like, why the fuck are you voting for Cyclops? And you're like, no, he's the Libertarian candidate. I'm
No,
like,
he was the
oh,
Green
oh, he's
Party.
the Green Party candidate.
But I only voted for him because his name was fucking Scott Summers.
Oh, that's right. That's Mom's friend who voted for the librarian candidate. She said.
If
Hell
this dude
yeah.
can shoot fucking lasers out of his eyes, we're winning
We're
everything.
voting for him.
We're
yes.
winning everything.
Win all the wars.
Oh, you
Get
don't
all the money.
You don't want this policy? Bzzz.
You're gone now.
You know what? Cyclops is a
He's a
dick.
pussy,
He's
yeah.
a dick, but he's the dick that we need. You know what I mean?
He is way cooler in the cartoons than he is in the
That
movies.
He's still a
what
dick in the
she
cartoons. So,
said.
okay, so I'm a big.
Wolverine.
I'm
Well, that's because
big-
he's trying to
I'm
steal
Team
his
Wolverine.
chick, man.
I'm Team Wolverine.
He's
so
trying to
yes.
steal his chick.
I don't
Trying
give a
to-
fuck.
He's
Wolverine-
like,
you don't fuck with Wolverine, all right?
Wolverine's like, hey,
You
yo,
do
it's
when he's
cuffing
trying to
season.
steal your
You
girl.
call him
Wolverine-
furball one more time.
If Wolverine wants your puss, you let him have it.
That's right.
Hugh Jackman's
No.
in here trying to get your wife.
If you can fire lasers out of your eyes, then you have a right for that woman.
That laser's not gonna hurt Wolverine. He'll just heal. He'll be fine. What's Cyclops gonna do? Bleed on him?
Apparently, Rogue could take care of him.
Yeah, Rogue,
hell
not
yeah.
Scott Summers.
Rogue could take care of anybody though.
All right, Scotty boy, calm down a little bit.
All right. My dad bought me a Porsche.
Hey, he looks like that dude, right?
He does.
The dude
Yeah,
that, like,
so-
daddy bought a car
He
in
looks, like
high
he
school.
looks like he wears boat shoes, even when there's no water nearby.
In the
He's
comics,
like, my daddy bought
And in the
me these."
cartoon, he was always a dick. But then in the movies, they casted a guy who looks like a fucking dick to play him.
That's right.
So now he's more of a fucking dick
He's like a
just because of the
massive
movies.
douche.
But he's also kind of a puss.
Oh god, yeah. When he's fucking crying over Jean dying in the second or third one. Oh god.
She's called the Phoenix. What the hell was he crying about? He knew she was coming back.
No, she wasn't Phoenix until after she died. It took her dying to become the Phoenix. That's how the Phoenix is born, man. Rises from the ash. What's wrong with you?
Don't you know the lore?
Fuck,
Fuck, man.
Follow the lore, sir.
Jesus, what up,
Wait a
Phoenix
minute,
down?
we all knew she was coming back. He should have known.
Yeah, he didn't see the end of the cutscene. He didn't
He
see
didn't
that
see the
last
end of it.
cutscene?
Yeah, what the
Jesus.
hell?
Yeah, why aren't you watching the movie, buddy? God.
This is your movie. What the fuck, bro?
And then an alien popped out of his chest. No, wait. No, that didn't happen.
No, that didn't happen.
What happened to following the lore, motherfucker?
Yeah, no, I forgot. You know, and there's like a alternate universe in X-Men where Cable is actually the son of Jean Grey and Scott Summers. Because
Really?
you know he's from the future,
Yeah.
right? So Cable's like the son of them. That's pretty fucking
Okay,
cool.
I didn't-
And he's supposed to be in the new Deadpool movie.
Who's Cable? I don't know who Cable
Who the
is.
fuck? He is the time traveling dude that's always with Deadpool.
Does he, like, does he,
X-Men.
He's
I
fucking
don't
Cable.
read the comics.
He's
But
not
he
in the,
has,
he was in the
like, he
TV
was in the
show.
TV show.
He was in.
Why don't I remember that?
He was the
In
guy.
the TV show that I watched when like
Yeah.
Jordan was 5?
He had the white hair, and he traveled back in time to stop Gambit from killing the president. Remember? But it wasn't really Gambit; it was Mystique.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
All right.
He had
Do
the
you
gun. He had the gun that shot lasers.
Do you remember that dope ass X-Men series that was on like fucking G4 or some shit, like Wolverine and the X-Men? It was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, that was really cool. That was really.
Is that the
cool.
one where they did them like anime style?
No, it
not
was still
really
it still
anime.
it
It
still
still
took
looked
a
like a comic book.
cartoon. It still kind of like a cartoon comic book, but it was like really good. It wasn't like shitty like.
What's the one that they do that's like anime style?
Ooh,
There's like an X-Men one
Yeah,
that was.
I know what
there
you're
was
talking
an
about. I
Yeah,
don't
anime
remember the name.
X-Men. I don't know what it was. I never watched it.
I don't remember the name of it, but it's like
I never watched
it was weird too because it was like it looked like a comic book where like it like too much like one. Where it wasn't like kind of like it has the art style of one. It was like jumpy and there was like frames and shit.
The animation was really fluid in it. Was what was really nice about it.
There's a badass comic online. I can't remember the name of it, but basically the premise is Colossus steals the Juggernaut's armor and helmet and just wrecks shit.
He just destroys.
You
It's
can't
fucking
stop it at
awesome.
that point.
How does he
Colossus is-
steal it?
I think he dies.
Well,
Because
he's
the
made of
Juggernaut
steel,
dies
so-
or something. So he just takes the armor.
I mean-
and then he's fucking unstoppable.
You think he sleeps in that shit? He's gotta take it off to sleep.
No.
Colossus doesn't sleep.
Well, yeah, in the third movie, he's being
Juggernaut.
transported and he's not in his armor. Remember?
Oh yeah, I guess.
Because they have it locked away.
Right.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah.
And then he runs into the wall, and somehow that knocks him out.
Right,
know,
the helmet.
Oh no, because he goes in the room where you can't have X powers.
Well, no, how does she fade through the wall then? That's not true.
No. She made him like run through the door. I think.
Who did?
Shadowcat. Remember he's chasing
she
her
got
to the
him
building?
in that room somehow.
Right. No, she made him fall in through the floor.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, she made him fall through the floor and
So-
get stuck in the middle of the floor.
Gotcha. So she dropped him down through the
Yeah.
floor, and then he was
That's
stuck in the
right.
room where you can't
Right.
use your powers, and he ran into the wall like a dumbass and got fucked up.
Right.
Awesome.
That was pretty cool. That was funny.
That was good.
If there was
See, we can talk more than politics, Jared.
Yeah, sometimes.
occasionally.
Sometimes Jeremy's like, no.
No. Defend
That's
it.
only when
Defend
that's
it.
only when
Defend
Jordan's
it.
here, and he was too much of a pussy to even show up this week.
I told you, he's off somewhere, curled up in a ball, crying his eyes out.
No, he just couldn't handle coming here and listen to me stick it in his fucking face when I told him his candidate was bad and she was a bad candidate.
He didn't want to come here and face the abuse of me and Jeremy.
And when I asked him,
Oh, he's tired. He doesn't feel good. He's got to work tomorrow too. So leave him alone.
I gotta work
when I
tomorrow.
asked him last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, why he thought Hillary was a better candidate than Bernie back during the primaries, he told me that. I guess I shouldn't speak for him, but basically what he said was,
I heard him too.
yeah, that he said, I don't really have a problem with him. I just don't like how he comes to the Democratic Party trying to change things. It's like it's not changing
No,
things.
no, no. What I heard him and his argument and Daniel's argument were that they were too far left and they would never be able to get anything done.
What Jordan was telling me when he was here last week or the week before was that he didn't like Bernie because he was an independent that joined the Democratic Party and tried to change the Democratic Party.
Right.
Basically, he was mad that he's not a true Democrat. And Jordan has this strange party affiliation problem.
Well, that's fine. A lot of people do.
I don't like that because
A
that
lot
means
of
he's
people
not,
do. It's fine.
It means he's not paying attention to
It's
the
fine. You
issues.
just gotta relax. Smoke a bowl.
I don't like to.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm not fun.
Anti-fun.
Anti-fun.
Yeah, but also they're not believers in single payer. They don't think it can work. That single payer healthcare can work. They don't believe that free college can work,
Even though it worked in the 50s.
even though it worked in the 50s.
I think we need to go with the Nordic style of economics.
The fuck is that?
Where all the Scandinavian countries do it. It's like a mixture of capitalism. Well, basically, it's like free market and democratic socialism, and it works very well
Yeah.
over there.
They got stuff like you have your single payer health care, so all your medical stuff is taken care of.
Yeah.
But if you want to go get fake titties, then you got to go pay for that yourself. You can get insurance for that.
Makes sense to me.
So you can have the insurance companies are not for profit
Right.
unless you want to do like elective stuff like get fake titties or stuff like that.
Change your gender.
Change your gender.
Well,
Maybe, I don't know. That actually might be covered.
That's actually
Yeah,
probably
that
covered
probably
'cause
is
that's
covered.
that's now diagnosis.
But like elective surgeries and stuff, that's not under
Like a nose job.
the national health care. So they still have some insurance companies that can actually make money.
Right.
But healthcare should not be a for-profit industry. I'm sorry.
It just shouldn't. Like I just got my bill for my kidney stone.
Do you still have a kidney stone?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Well, if you don't know, then you don't.
That's
And if
not
you don't
true.
know, now you know.
But the bill before insurance kicked in was like $14,000.
No, it wasn't $14,000.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. You should see the
You should
bill.
see the paperwork. It was $14,000, and then insurance took off $13,000 and like 900 bucks. So I only have to pay like $200 for the emergency room, but the original, if I hadn't had insurance, was $14,000.
You mean if I hadn't had insurance?
Right?
I don't think your math added up there.
What?
Can you go over it again?
14,000 minus
13,000 is $200?
Minus 13,900. I don't think that's $200.
It was like 14,140 minus like 13, like 950. So it comes out to about 200.
Who paid for that? Me or you?
I'm actually haven't paid it yet. I haven't gotten the bill. I just got the paperwork telling me how
Oh,
much it was
okay.
gonna be.
Awesome,
Oh, well,
man.
maybe next week we'll have paid it.
Did you get your bill for your toe?
What? I don't have to pay shit for that.
Oh, that's because you work.
That's
stuff.
because that was work related, so they have to pay for that.
Come on now.
A kidney stone
You
is
just
not
gotta
work
have
related.
that gimp toe for the rest of his life.
I just had to get disciplinary action for it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, you fucked up. You hurt yourself.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to get punished for
Fucking
hurting
retarded.
yourself. It's not supposed to be a thing.
It is if you're doing it because you're being unsafe.
Yeah, but an accident can only happen. Like, what? Then nothing.
If you were following all safety procedures, it never would have happened.
No, that's not true. You can be following the procedure for lifting and still drop a damn thing. Like,
What if his back gave out when he was lifting? He followed a
Right.
procedure, but he's got that 70-year-old man back.
That's true. Plus, he is also a pussy.
Yeah.
There you go.
That goes without saying.
You're not
These
following-
are the facts.
When you following procedure, yeah, I'm just a huge bitch.
so glad we have a guest on the show that doesn't talk.
I know.
I
It's
know.
so fucking
Fantastic.
great.
It's fantastic.
I was just watching. We watched the South Park where I said, "Dad just called you a pussy."
You're a kid, you gotta stop fucking being like this. Just go outside and make fun of people. Fuck, stop being a pussy.
Dad just called you a pussy.
What are we gonna do? Fuck them all to death.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Did they come out with an episode now? That
Yes, they
Yeah.
did. It came on episode Wednesday. We watched it
Garrison
tonight.
won.
Garrison won.
Oh, excellent.
I don't know if
And Randy's, "Fuck you, Garrison."
It's all because people are like, oh, the new Star Wars was really good.
Yeah.
No, it was really good. And they're like, was it? Was it
Remember?
really?
Remember when Star Wars?
Bears?
Remember?
You remember Chewbacca?
Remember Jabba the Hutt? I remember
I
Jabba the
remember
Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt. Oh, I remember.
Didn't you see the part where the member berries like put another member berry in like the trunk of their car and threw it in Caitlyn Jenner's drink?
No. I haven't watched this.
We have like all of them recorded.
Oh man, I have to watch them. It's South Park has gotten better like with every season. It is unbelievable how they're still fucking getting better.
Let's
and
just
better.
all agree that South Park is an American treasure.
Honestly, I
Yes.
think it's better than The Simpsons or Family Guy ever were.
I still love The Simpsons.
The
Simpsons is
Simpsons
fun
were
to
fucking
watch.
hilarious the first 10 years.
It's still fun to watch.
It's still
They're still good now.
it's still a fun show, but
I-
I think South Park is better.
I
Oh,
did
yeah.
watch this year's Treehouse of Horrors. That was funny too.
Fuck yeah.
You gotta watch Treehouse of Horrors every year.
I didn't see it.
Solid.
You didn't see it?
I didn't see it.
How can you not like Kodos and Kang?
The problem is
Twirling, twirling, twirling.
the problem is like nowhere in the house where I'm normally at has cable. So like I'm either down here or I'm, you know, upstairs and I don't have cable in
You
either
can
of
probably
those.
watch every Simpson episode online.
Could I though?
Yes, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
There's only 600 of them.
Justin, you can find a website.
I probably could find a website, but man,
You might
that
have
is
to
just-
go looking for it.
Yeah,
but
you
you
gotta
can
be imaginative of where to go.
You see, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Just not my cup of tea.
You know what I forgot to mention? Today is Friday.
Yeah.
It's Saturday.
Last week's episode just came online today
Yep.
because Justin was a little slow.
Yep.
So we will have last week's episode today, and we'll have today's episode out tomorrow.
Yay.
Yeah.
If anybody's even listening, does it even really matter when it gets out, I guess?
No, it does not.
I mean, episode 7 did better than episode 6.
Did it really?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
10 views instead of 3 views.
No, it got it's still not significant. It got like 39 as opposed to 21.
There we go. Hey, that's 30% more.
It's all about how you title.
Almost 50% more.
Episode 7 had no title.
Episode 7 had no title.
There you go. It's all about how you title them.
What's the title of this one?
Oh.
Trump Train 2017.
Oh God.
All aboard the Trump Train. Everyone's on it now.
Fucking
Doesn't matter who
everyone's
you
on the
are.
Trump train now.
Everyone's
you can't
on it
get
now.
off. This shit's got no brakes. Wrong.
Can't get off of it.
All right, everybody say what they wanted to say.
Yep.
Are we good?
Oh, let me say one more thing. Justin's gay for vaping.
Vape Nation!
Vape Nation, y'all. Do the entire podcast. Just
All right, we want to thank everybody for listening. We had a good time tonight, didn't we?
Yeah.
Too bad Jordan wasn't fucking here. That son of a bitch.
little baby.
All right, I just want to remind you to follow us on Twitter at JWorksProd and on Facebook. See, I said it right this time.
Now face back.
Not face back. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Remember to like, share, and comment. No, like,
comment, and
comment, and subscribe.
God.
I can never get that right.
Why is it so hard for you? Old
I
man?
don't know. I'm gonna have to tattoo it on the back of my
You should
eyelids.
just write it down. Just look it over every time.
Yeah, as you can tell, this is unscripted.
Yeah, but see, if I write it down, I gotta take my glasses off to see it, and then I gotta put them back on. And
Do
So-
you?
all
When are you
right,
gonna get those old man glasses that have the
Bifocals.
two
bifocals,
prescription-
never,
bifocals?
never.
Why not?
We're just gonna get a fucking monocle.
Thanks
Special-
everybody for listening.
Special
Thanks to our special guest Sophia,
Yes.
stepping in when the gay couldn't show up.
stepping in when the gay couldn't show up.
We still needed our LGBT representation over here.
Aye.
So we got the T instead of the G.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got the T instead of the G. So,
Jesus.
GG.
all right, everybody, thanks for listening. You guys, we'll see you next week, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
All right. Peace out.
Good night.
Punch is not the same. What's up with you?